and Tools gives you the numbers for this bout for the vacant BKFC Cruiserweight title. Lorenzo Hunt versus Quentin Henry.
You can see here, Sean, almost identical in all aspects of the tail of the tape. I think the main thing here is going to be who's able to land that first big power shot. Probably going to win the fight.
In the midst of the four beasts, and looked and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. There's a man.
You hear the massive ovation for Quentin Henry. Tonight we're in Monroe, Louisiana. Henry is from the next town over, West Monroe, Louisiana. 5-1 in BKFC, all 5 of those wins by way of knockout. Henry also had a very good pro MMA career before coming to bare knuckle, where he was 12-6. Henry has supreme confidence in his knockout power. He told us in our fighter meeting, I want to stay long off of the jab, keep changing tempo, keep changing levels, always come forward.
Wants to make sure that he's using the good footwork and keep moving. He never wants to let his opponent set his feet. He feels like Lorenzo's very tough if he sets his feet and gets power, but if he keeps moving, doesn't let him set his feet, that negates that power. Does not want to let Lorenzo Hunt get his rhythm either. Doesn't want to let him be the bully. Feels like he's going to be the stronger opponent out there and can able to push his opponent around when need be.
That is Jade Cargill. She is the AEW TBS champion. And behind her is the reigning BKFC light heavyweight champion, Lorenzo Hunt. A win in this bout for the vacant BKFC Cruiserweight title. And Hunt will join Luis Palomino as the only 2 fighters to win BKFC World Championships in 2 separate weight classes. Hunt told us in our fighter meeting, I'm phenomenal at 185. I will be that much better at 205.
Feels like he can be the bully at 205, push his opponent around. Feels like he's stronger than his opponent and much faster. Thinks his opponent is slow, is going to be a step behind the entire time. Lorenzo
Hunt, 8-1 overall in the sport of bare knuckle fighting, 7-1 promotionally in BKFC. 7 of those 8 victories in this sport by way of knockout, and yet Hunt ironically said, I never try to force the knockout in this bout. He said Quentin Henry will knock himself out. He'll be over-anxious, overzealous, and simply run into my power. Exactly what he said. He said that he's just gonna throw the punch, Quentin's gonna run into it, do all the damage by himself. That's where that patience comes in. He said he wants to be patient, methodical, wait for the right time, throw the punch when he knows what his opponent's doing. He feels like he knows Quentin's gonna come in, and that's when he's gonna land those shots. Lorenzo Hunt said Quentin Henry, without a doubt, has legitimate knockout power, but it will not matter against me because he will never land against me. I'm a smarter fighter, I'm a smoother fighter. Well, his key to victory was his intelligence. He thinks he has a high fight IQ. He's gonna utilize that to get the victory tonight. Once again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds for the vacant BKFC World Cruiserweight Championship. Presented to you by OnlyFans. Sanctioned by the Louisiana State Boxing and Wrestling Commission. Chairman, Buddy Embonato. Deputy Commissioner in attendance, Ricky Norris. The 3 judges scoring our championship main event, Todd Singletary, Pat Dayton, Nick Sherlock. And the 3rd man inside the squared circle, our referee in charge of the action at the bell, Big Dan Mergliata. And now, with our bare knuckle fans watching live worldwide on the BKFC app, for the first time in Louisiana state history, from the sold-out Fat Ewing Coliseum, fight fans of Monroe, it's time to knuckle up! Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, he wears red and red. His official weight, 204.8 pounds, and he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His impressive bare knuckle record stands at 5 victories opposite a single defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the fighting pride of West Monroe, Louisiana, Quentin, the hero, and across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black and gold. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, an identical 204.8 pounds. His impressive bare knuckle record stands at 8 victories opposite a single defeat. He is the current BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion, fighting out of Jacksonville, Florida, by way of Cleveland, Ohio, Lorenzo, the Juggernaut!
Quentin Henry told us Lorenzo Hunt is very good at lulling his opponents into his rhythm and then exploding. I have to be aware, I can't get distracted, I have to stay patient. Both fighters up to scratch. Round number 1, rapid fire start up the scratch line for Lorenzo Hunt. Quentin Henry down, Lorenzo Hunt down on top of him. Quentin Henry flat on his stomach. Look like that has not started to count.
I think Lorenzo hit him when they went on the ground, is what happened.
Lorenzo Hunt in the black trunks, Quentin Henry thrown on the canvas in the blue trunks, now being rolled over. This is bizarre to the point of being surreal. Here come the boos.
Okay, it looked like as they hit the ground, it didn't look like that bad of a punch to me, did it? I mean, let's see a different angle right here. A good shot that hurt Lorenzo Hunt as they fall down. The shot again. Couldn't tell from that angle how devastating that shot was. I mean, Quentin Henry looks bad right now.
Devastating or not, Chris, that is clearly a punch to a grounded opponent by Lorenzo Hunt on Quentin Henry, which is completely illegal under this BKFC rule set.
I missed. He's acting like a bitch right now. I know, he talking about the ground.
So the awkwardness, both fighters falling. Now watch the right hand of Lorenzo Hunt.
That's not a clean shot.
I mean, it didn't look like it landed that clean to me, Sean, but hard to tell from where I'm sitting.
See Hunt's entourage on the apron, including Elvin Brito, Lorenzo Hunt's father, Melvin Hunt. Again, it's the right hand of Lorenzo Hunt to watch. Clearly, a grounded opponent there is Quentin Henry. The follow-through, watch the right hand. a 100% illegal punch.
Definitely illegal, but
You're questioning.
no, I'm not questioning. I'm just saying it just didn't look like it was a devastating punch. But I mean, if it hit, I don't know.
No, it's a fair point, Chris. Absolutely.
Real time right here.
If you look at it, there was no head contact at all in either one of them. In front of all these people, you don't continue. We should have.
So in combat sports, when you're looking at illegal actions, you're looking at the intent. And that's what Dan Mergliato will look at, as well as the Louisiana Commission, led by Buddy Empanato, the intent.
Okay, let's go.
At this point, it's not even the effectiveness of the punch, the severity of the punch, it's the intent of the illegal action.
They're fighting again? Are we continuing the fight?
Come here.
I hope
We're
so.
going to keep the rest of this fight very, very clean.
This is
Got that,
absolutely
please? Very
surreal.
clean.
All right.
And we will continue.
I was worried they weren't going to let it go. Let's go. All
It
right.
looks like you missed
Good
it.
job.
Hold on.
I think they're playing a let.
Are you ready?
Both fighters back up to scratch.
All right, ready? Knuckle up.
It is called a redo, I think.
What we did not see is an indication by Dan Mergliato that a point was deducted. We'll get clarification on that between rounds if indeed we get to between rounds. Black trunks for Lorenzo Hunt, the reigning BKFC light heavyweight champion. Blue trunks for Quentin Henry. To the winner goes the currently vacant BKFC cruiserweight title. It's almost a fever dream-like start to this fight.
So this is just a continuation of the first round. I think it was only about 10 or 15 seconds that ran off. And you can see right now, Lorenzo Hunt definitely has the respect of Quentin Henry. Every time Quentin throws a punch, Lorenzo reacts.
Hunt looking to come forward. Hook jab by Quentin Henry didn't land. Straight jab, and that lands.
That was what one of our keys was. He's got to establish that jab. He's got to establish that power early to get the respect from Lorenzo Hunt. He's definitely done that.
See the head movement of Hunt. This is with the right hand. Good evasiveness from Quentin Henry.
Actually, Quentin Henry might have watched our keys of victory because he's making Lorenzo Hunt come forward as well.
Henry feinting on the level change. Getting late here in round number one. Where I say the honest first round in the history of BKFC.
And I know a lot of people might be like, I'm just waiting for the action, but this fight is going to end quickly as soon as somebody gets hit.
To the inside, Henry goes down, clearly a slip. Next stop, round two.
Right here you can see that good jab. I talked about the power of Quentin Henry. As he lands that jab, he knocks Lorenzo Hunt back.
No, he missed him. He never hit him. He never hit him. We watched the video. He misses him. There was no contact. It was two slips now.
Chris, off microphone, I just spoke to Dan Mergliato. Dan Mergliato said I did not take a point because the punch on the ground missed. He said Lorenzo Hunt never made contact with the ground with Quentin Henry.
Keep it up. Make some money. Keep it
And
up.
that was to your point initially when you watched the replay.
I couldn't see if he landed. It's hard to tell from that angle, but if he did land, it didn't look like it was a devastating punch. Didn't look like it did much damage if it did land.
We are set for round number two. Looking to jab his Hunt.
Close your hands.
Slightly on the back foot. Sees a lump on the left side of Quentin Henry's face.
That's what he was talking about right there.
To the inside, back shots, counter overhand left. On the jab right back from Henry. Henry stepping in with the right hand, good duck under from Hunt. And this is from Henry. miss on the lead left hook from Hunt. As powerful, as devastating strikers as these two fighters are, they're both outstanding defensively.
Very quick, very good hand-eye coordination. Both guys can just see everything coming. Their eyes work very well, and they're reacting very well right now, friend.
Overhand right. And resetting. 50 seconds remaining, round 2. Jab off the mark from Henry.
Close your fingers, last one.
Henry keeping his hands high and tight. Slightly more open striking guard for Lorenzo Hunt.
You can see Henry just waiting for his opponent to throw a punch, and he's looking to counter with that jab.
Overhand right knock there from Hunt. That hematoma really swelling on the left side of Quentin Henry's face.
Henry definitely just looking to counter right now.
Jab knock there for Quentin Henry. To the inside and to the clinch.
Three, no strikes, no strikes, no strikes. Back it up.
And Chancery, that draws the break from Urgliata. That is the end of round 2. But coming out of the right nostril of Lorenzo Hunt.
I go in when
Full confirmation of that hematoma.
wait a second.
Absolutely, and I think there's now a cut on the right eye of Quentin Henry as well. I didn't see what that was a punch.
You heard him that round.
I just see the cut.
He's in trouble, Quentin. Focus now.
Very difficult fight to score right now because both guys are so much giving the other guy respect. They're waiting for that one punch. They know one punch can end this. I know one punch. Everybody knows involved that one punch can end this. So you got to be very careful. You cannot run in there and just throw caution to win and start throwing punches, because if you don't land your punch, you're probably going to get knocked out. So it's very dangerous. That's why it's such a slow-paced, measured fight. They're just waiting for one mistake for the opponent to make, and then that's probably going to be the end of it.
Confirmation, round number 3 is upon us. Lorenzo Hunt versus Quentin Henry. After a bizarre round number 1. The illegal strike that wasn't. But round number 3, left hand lands from Quentin Henry.
Every time Quentin Henry lands a punch, his crowd goes wild.
The right hand. Double jab now from Quentin Henry.
Quentin Henry's starting to open up a lot more than he has in the last 2 rounds.
With the left hook. Hunt waving Henry forward. Sequences like that Henry told us he was expecting. He said, I cannot allow myself to get distracted by the gamesmanship of Lorenzo Hunt. Overhand right from Lorenzo Hunt into the clinch. Henry, you see, gripping up. Very smart to get the separation from Dan Urgliata.
You see him throw a couple punches on the inside, then grip.
Good right hand on the inside from Quentin Henry. 55 seconds remaining, round number 3 of our title fight main event. Short overhand right from Lorenzo Hunt. Right hand right back from Henry. Into the clinch, left hand from Hunt. Hunt on the right hand now coming forward. Henry covering up. Right uppercut, right back. Hunt lands, Henry lands. Down goes Quentin Henry.
And on the time of the best round so far for Quentin Henry. I don't know if he's getting up.
Wow! 10 reach, and the dominance continues for Lorenzo Hunt. He is now a 2-weight class world champion at BKFC.
And just as Quentin Henry was really dominating that round, that was the best round he had so far. One punch changed the whole thing right there, Sean. That's what we talked about. It just takes one punch. Whoever lands that powerful shot first is going to win, and that's what happened there. That was it, that left hook right there. And watch, as Quentin Henry's off bounce, doesn't see the punch coming. Caught him right on the chin, and that's the one that hurts, the one you don't see. When you see him coming, you can brace, you can clinch, you can get ready for it. If you don't see it, doesn't see, boom, that's it. That was all she wrote.
Quentin Henry's only other loss in BKFC to our good friend Chris Lieben. No shame in that loss, and absolutely no shame in this loss. And as you said, ironically, Chris, Henry was having his best round, and that is a horrific hematoma.
It looks like he has a second head growing out. Not the case. We've seen that in many fights.
Lorenzo Hunt, masterful at slow, explosively fast.
Just such an interesting fight right there. Quentin Henry was having his best round, landing a lot of good punches.
There was genuine animosity, but that's a really nice moment between these two outstanding fighters.
It's hard to get in there and have a fight where it was going like that. Lorenzo definitely understood and had to respect the power of Quentin Henry at that point. He was in trouble. He came through, landed a good punch, changed the fight right there.
That's Melvin Hunt, Lorenzo Hunt's dad, embracing Quentin Henry in a first-class gesture. And that was first class from Lorenzo Hunt. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 36 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by KO and new BKFC World Cruiserweight Champion and the second two-division BKFC champion in company history, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt.
All right, standing by with the champ, the new Cruiserweight champion, now two-division champion, Lorenzo Hunt. Lorenzo, a lot happened. A lot happened there. Right out of the gate, you did not waste any time. You went after him, but it showed on video you did not connect on him when he hit the ground. Did you think this fight was going to continue?
No, I thought he would take any opportunity to quit. Quentin Henry showed me that he was a real man and that he got up and continued to fight, even though he had a valid excuse to lay there and call it a disqualification. Thank you, Quentin Henry.
To get to two divisions, we talked about this quest backstage. You want a 3-division, you want to fight for the heavyweight title one day too. How's it feel right now to have 2 championships, to be the king of 2 divisions right here at BKFC?
This is only the beginning. This has always been the mission, and I will continue to exert my dominance over the BKFC. I'm doing the Lord's work, and I came here to tell all you Monroe citizens one thing, 2 things, 3 things. The world is flat, God is black, and there will no champ unless I say so.
Friday night, February 17th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents the biggest bare knuckle spectacle ever. It's KnuckleMania 3. Witness the main event over a year in the making as champ Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt puts his light heavyweight title up against Mike the Marine Richman. Plus, combat sports vets Diego Sanchez and Austin No Doubt Trout collide. Also, Jared Grant attempts to get back on the winning track against John Dotson. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for $7.99 a month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Main event time. Our tale of the tape is presented by Crescent Tools. The fight for the BKFC Interim Light Heavyweight Championship, Mike Richman versus Isaac Doolittle.
You can see here, Sean, a 2-inch height advantage for Isaac Doolittle. However, 1.5-inch reach advantage for Mike Richman. Probably not going to mean much in this fight. We've talked about this extensively. Whoever can implement their game plan is going to win this fight.
Isaac Doolittle, 4-0 overall in the sport of bare knuckles, 3-0 promotionally in BKFC. He's also had 3 pro MMA bouts. Doolittle holds a bachelor's degree in biochemistry and molecular biophysics. Needless to say, he is a very strategic, cerebral fighter.
Sean, I don't know what all that means. It's beyond me, but what that means is he is a smart fighter, like you said, and he feels like he wants this to be a battle of attrition. That means the fight's going long. He wants to drag it in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds, which we haven't seen Mike Richman make it to. Does he have a good cardio take? Does he have a gas take? We don't know because we haven't seen him there.
Isaac Doolittle told us, durability and stubbornness are my best assets as a fighter. Throughout my entire career, Chris, I have never known a fighter who is as self-aware as Isaac Doolittle. Again, he's very self-deprecating. He'll say, I have short arms. I'm not that fast. I'm not that athletic. But I wear down people, and I implement my strategy to victory.
Sean, I don't know if that's self-deprecating or just honest. He knows what he's doing. He knows here he wants to utilize body shots. Something he said that kind of surprised me. He feels like he doesn't really fight well until he gets hit once. So that sounds like something like guys who in their first fight say, not in their 4th.
United States Marine Corps veteran Mike Richman, undefeated through 5 bare knuckle bouts, 4-0 with 1 no contest. He's 3-0 promotionally in bare knuckle fighting championship. A veteran of 26 pro MMA fights, including 12 in Bellator. When I commentated Mike Richman in Bellator, he fought at 135 and 145. That's almost impossible to believe now because, as you see, he looks like a natural 85er.
Well, Sean, that's what I keep talking about. The reason I feel like he's been so successful, the lighter the guys are, the more speed, the more accuracy, the better they are. And this guy has that mentality and that speed and accuracy, but he bumped up a weight. He's just stronger, so he's fighting like a little fast guy, but he's fighting bigger guys who aren't nearly that pinpoint accurate, nearly as fast, and he's beating him to the punch every time.
Mike Richman said, angles and precision are my key to victory. Isaac Doolittle will come forward. I believe he is open for hard, clean shots. To get our main event started, we send it back to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds for the interim BKFC World Light Heavyweight Championship. Presented to you by OnlyFans. Sanctioned by the Colorado State Boxing Commission. Chairman Ryan Frazier. Executive Director Tony Cummings. The 3 judges scoring our championship main event: Oscar Martinez, Dean Abeta, and Mark Sanchez. And the 3rd man inside the squared circle, our referee in charge of the action at the bell, Big Dan Mergliata. And now, with our bare knuckle fans watching live worldwide on the BKFC app for the first time in Colorado State history, from the sold-out First Bank Center, fight fans of Denver, it's time to Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, he wears black. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 182.9 pounds. He is undefeated as a bare knuckle fighter at 4-0. Fighting out of Hope, Kansas. Here is Isaac, the Honey Badger Doolittle. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears tiger print. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 184 pounds even. He is also undefeated at 3-0, fighting out of Rosemount, Minnesota. Here is Mike the Marine Richman.
Said I have to take away time and space from Mike Richman. I have to continually disrupt his balance. Dan Mergliotta set the call. Both fighters up to scratch. The winner becomes the BKFC Interim Light Heavyweight Champion. Sporting touch of hands. Round number 1. Tiger print trunks for Mike Richman. Black trunks for Isaac Doolittle. Head movement immediately from Doolittle. Bounce on the outside from Richman. Doolittle on the duck under. Looking for the entry. Duck under again.
Gotta be careful ducking under like that with quick hands like Mike Richman. He will turn those under. He will uppercut you.
Richman on the exhale from the outside. Tall southpaw stance. Can you see the level change from Doolittle? On the roll under once more.
Good head movement from Doolittle, but you have to come back up there and punches.
Doolittle right to the body, and that's blocked by Richman. Richman now coming forward into the clinch. Left hand on the exit from Doolittle. 110 remaining around one of our main event. Snap jab from Richman. Richman resetting in the center circle. Doolittle, you see the continual upper body movement, the continual shoulder rolls and level changes. Just like that on cue. Jab from Doolittle, didn't fully land. Richman on the walk down pressure again. 40 seconds remaining round 1. Doolittle twist again, dipping his head on the overhand right.
Doing a good job of being unpredictable right now. Taking Mike Richman and trying to figure out exactly what his opponent is doing, where it's going to be.
Double flip jab, then the left hook from Richman. Doolittle swinging wide, looking for the entry into the pocket. There's a big left hand last from Richman. And taking a forward step. Heavy front shoulder from Richman, again circling out. That is the end of round 1.
Sean, I think both guys were able to do what they wanted right there. I think right now Doolittle just wants to continue this fight, make sure it keeps going a little bit later in the round. Very nice little sneaky 1-2 thrown by Mike Richman right there. My bad. There you go. I feel like right now Richman is just really downloading a lot of information right there.
How about it? If that hit, what's the power? Solid? All right, you got this. Thank you, come in. Let that stop. Thank you. Is it above the eye?
All right, so you know that Isaac likes to get in there. He wasn't able to get in and move his opponent around, grind on him at all. I think he just wants to make the fight go a little bit longer and see if Mike Richman can continue at that pace, because we've never seen him go past the second round, Sean.
This Richman's 6th ever bare knuckle bout. Good jab to the inside. Jab right back from Doolittle. Doolittle again on the duck under. Right hand on the entry, counter right hand from Isaac Doolittle. Doolittle coming forward. Little to the body, to the inside. Doolittle snatching on the overhook, the right hand. Richman now taking a backward step. Big shot from the left hand. Isaac Doolittle to the inside. In the pocket, half-time pull. Short right hand, left hand.
Doolittle doing some good work in there. Making hard punches right now.
Big right hand. Another right hand lands from Isaac Doolittle. The first spot of danger we've seen from Mike Richman in his BKFC career.
And Doolittle doing exactly what he does. He's smothering his opponent right now, not giving him an inch to breathe.
seconds remaining, round 2.
This is exactly the kind of fight that Isaac Doolittle wants, Sean.
Doolittle on the left hand. Short, sharp punches from Isaac Doolittle. In the pocket, in the clinch. Half tie plum now. Single collar tie from Isaac Doolittle. Switching to the other side on the tie plum. Right hand, right back from Mike Richman. This is a big round 2 for Isaac Doolittle. He is exactly positionally where he wants to be.
And Mike Richman is stuck right now. He doesn't seem to know how to get off this position. He needs to hold his opponent and not let him punch. Earn that tie-up.
Severe swelling around Mike Richman's right eye. Big left hook from Isaac Doolittle. Exhale from Richman, resetting. Short right hand from Doolittle. Spirit blood on the face of Richman. We move to round 3. Wow.
Lot of damage done right there to Mike Richman.
Get your breath. He's in.
Hey, listen, you just blew a little bit of his line, okay? These guys keep their head to it.
You're staying right there, Mike. If you're staying, you got to move. You got to move your head. You're staying stuck right there. You got your legs on there. Get your breath.
Keep picking your shots. Be responsible with your defense, okay? He's trying to circle you in.
Hands up, chin tucked. The uppercut's there. Follow with the hook.
Lower that heart rate, Mikey. Lower that heart rate.
You got this, Mike.
Okay, this is what we talked about with our keys to victory. Get inside, push your opponent around. Don't give him an inch. Make him pay. Fight when you want to fight. This is exactly what Isaac Doolittle was able to do in that second round. And look at the results. Mike Richman is busted up for the first time.
The first time in 6 bare knuckle bouts that Mike Richman has entered the 3rd round. That was a huge round 2 for Isaac Doolittle. Richman coming forward, the duck under back into the clinch. Richman pulling himself back to the mid-range, right hand. Right to the body from Doolittle on the counter. Big right hand from Mike Richman. Richman on the left hand. Richman coming forward, resetting out with the left hand. Right hand on the overhand from Mike Richman.
Nice body shot.
Into the clinch. Underhook snatched by Isaac Doolittle with 125 remaining in round number 3.
To be honest, the thing that's been saving Isaac Doolittle has been his very good head movement right now. Avoid those huge shots.
Just saw the big exhale again from Mike Richman as he entered the pocket. Left hook, right hand from Richman. That was slick. Big left hand from Mike Richman. Another left hand on the entry. Momentum swinging back in favor of Mike Richman. Doolittle now exhaling. With the right hand, left hand, Doolittle trying to again enter the pocket and enter the clinch. Leaping right hand from Richman.
Oh, that body shot takes it out of you, Sean.
And down goes Isaac Doolittle.
Isaac Doolittle looks exhausted, Sean.
7.
He's worn out. He's looking like Rocky at the end of Rocky 2, trying to get up off the ropes. Richman was hurt. He came back in the 3rd round and dominated. What a 3rd round for Mike Richman. Great fight. You gotta love that. He experienced all the adversity right there in the 2nd round. He looked out on his feet. He looked tired. He looked like he didn't have much left. Came back, got his wits together in the ground at the end of the round, and won the 3rd.
Chris, you say it. In this sport, you have to be the hammer and the nail. We knew Mike Richman could be the hammer. He showed he could be the nail as well.
Unbelievable job. I mean, I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to come back. We hadn't seen him deal with any adversity, and here's the end of the fight. Just great body. He landed a couple really hard body shots and just wore his opponent down right there. That pace that I do put it. Oh, there's a good chin shot right there. That just did the job.
Champions are made not by winning squashes, but by overcoming adversity, finding a way to come back and win. Make no mistake, that was a championship-like performance for Isaac Doolittle, and that was a phenomenal come-from-behind win for Mike Richman.
So it's very rare when you see a guy and you think, okay, I don't think he has the energy to keep doing this for 2 more rounds, 3 more rounds. That was honestly the feel I was getting at the end of that second round for Mike Richman. We talked about it. I'm not sure how good his career. He never goes that long. So if you go to the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, you never know. But he did great. Leapt over that challenge like a gazelle. Just jumped over and just doing phenomenal finish.
The irony in combat sports, Chris, is that Mike Richman has gained more respect and gained more fans by having that type of fight than if he had won a first-round squash.
100% correct, Sean.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 35 seconds into round number 3 for your winner by KO and new interim BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion, Mike the Marine Richman.
All right, standing by here with your new interim champion, Mike Richman. Wow, man, you had everybody on the edge of their seat out here, Mike. It looked like you were done at one point in this fight. How the hell did you pull it together and get through that round?
All I was thinking is survive.
All right, hey, champ, listen.
Hey, you're a little bitch, boy. You're a little bitch. You're a little bitch. Come in here. 195-pound champ.
There he is. He's a tomato king.
Denver, Colorado, make some noise out here for your champion, Mike Richman. All right.
Need any help? Send me a message. I'll be there.
All right, Mike.
I owe you a beer. Thank you.
Dude, I know that's not how you wanted the end of the night to be. That was an impressive victory. I know you don't have good words right now for Lorenzo Hunt, but can you just listen? You just became a world champion tonight regardless of anything else. Can you just sum that up for me real quick, Mike?
Now it feels good to be the champ. Mason, Miles, Marcella, your daddy's the champ, baby. I actually make way for title fights around here.
Friday night, February 17th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents the biggest bare knuckle spectacle ever. It's KnuckleMania 3. Witness the main event over a year in the making as champ Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt puts his light heavyweight title up against Mike the Marine Richman. Plus, combat sports vets Diego Sanchez and Austin No Doubt Trout collide. Also, Jared Grant attempts to get back on the winning track against John Dotson. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for $7.99 a month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Marcel Stamp? You ain't shit. Marcel Stamp. Fuck your ass up.
I don't know why you took this fight. I don't know why they sanctioned this fight. This is a terrible because they don't think you're shit. That's why.
I just wanted everybody to see.
I'm gonna beat your ass, dude.
Bring it down. Hey, what you doing right now? No. It's a reason I got it. Touch me again. Fucking touch me again. Touch me.
Fucking pushed him, and then all of a sudden people started holding him back, and then all of a sudden it was a big thing.
BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion.
Come on, man. Doolittle did that to him? Come on, that was trash. Pure trash. He sold y'all.
You little bitch. You little bitch. Come in here. Come in here. 195-pound champ.
I absolutely do not regret calling him a little bitch. He is a little fucking bitch. You're a fucking bitch, dude.
I just think he has nothing but his mouth. I don't think he has anything to stand on.
If no one was fucking there holding him back, he wouldn't have been all fucking rustling.
You can't be that stupid. Still believe in Mike Richman? I hope all of you bet your fucking house that he can beat me, and you'll all be homeless.
After a dominant performance against Quentin Henry at cruiserweight, the Juggernaut is coming back to light heavyweight to leave no doubt that without the gloves on, he is the best fighter in the world.
I said 30 seconds. Make him wrestle. Make him wrestle. My current BKFC record is 9-1. I'm the best BKFC fighter in the world. I have the best record. Thinking more about punching than you is about base. You got to base when it comes with the bullshit. I've won the most rounds. I have the most knockouts.
Zohan successfully defends his title.
I'm literally at home in my living room when I'm in the BKFC ring. Stand you up. See how I stood up like him up and he doing that to you with his left hand. He's trying to stand you up. I did a lot of hard work to become the double world champ. I went through hell and high water to become the 185 champ. I've been tested more than any other BKFC fighter, which is why I'm the hardest BKFC fighter to beat. I knew where I would be when I came. I knew the direction, I knew the trajectory. Anybody who ever met me in the BKFC knew that I knew where I was going on the first day when I showed up for the job. I said there's no shadow of a doubt in my mind, I will be the champ.
Winner by KO and new BKFC World Cruiserweight Champion, Lorenzo, the Juggernaut.
Mike Richman, longtime MMA veteran, he has been undefeated in bare knuckle fighting championships, but make no mistake, now he's up against the real test. Can Mike Richman become the undisputed light heavyweight champion and defeat one of the most decorated fighters bare knuckle fighting championships has ever produced?
The Sean Shirt Shrine. I want to be up there. The original gangster. Look at that guy.
Yeah, I like how the Academy brings recognition to the people who have won world titles here. You know, myself and Brock and Rose. You definitely deserve a heavier spot on the wall as well.
I know, I'm looking forward to it, yeah, especially when I get this undisputed one. I'll have an extra belt, I can bring it in, we'll shrine it up.
There you go.
It'll be next to Sean. This fight does have the potential to be an instant classic. You have two guys with knockout power. You have two guys that generally don't like each other. You got two guys that are trying to claim that they're the true champion. Everyone fucking knows I am. It's the recipe to be a fucking mega fight. Why do you think we're the main event of KnuckleMania? This all started, I mean, months, maybe a year ago. You know, he started chirping and it just started to rub me the wrong way, you know? And then I'm like, you know what, I'll go up and fucking fight you, man. I'll go up and wait and fight you. I'm not scared of you one fucking bit. I think that's the biggest problem that a lot of people have is once they get in there with him, they're intimidated by his stature and his size, and then they let him fight his fight. I'm a fucking dog. You're gonna go to war with me. Trust me, you'll remember fighting me. I promise you that.
I think it's just his mouth going, just like it was Quentin's mouth going, just like it was Hector's mouth going, just like it was Joe Ray's mouth going. Their mouth is always going until I punch him in the mouth. And then it's been complete radio silence. Mike Richman is in trouble. He should have never touched that fool's gold. I'm gonna call this fight torture. Utter torture. I'm gonna pick on him and I'm gonna embarrass him. He let his mouth write a check that his ass literally can't cash. And now he's in real trouble. It could just be a terrible, terrible mismatch where Mike Richman takes a couple shots to the face, lays on the ground, and gets a free paycheck, and runs off into the sunset in the strip club. I think he barked up the wrong tree.
What gets under my skin the most about Lorenzo and the way he acts is once upon a time the dude was, from my understanding, from I see from his interviews, the way he talked to people, he seemed like a pretty humble, genuine, nice dude. Somewhere along the line, after a couple of wins, after he got knocked out by Gustavo, he started feeling himself and he started going the character gimmick route.
A win in this bout for the vacant BKFC Cruiserweight title. And Hunt will join Luis Palomino.
I don't respect the gimmick. I don't respect all the fucking bullshit that he does. And I just slowly started to lose respect for him. And then once he started saying, oh, everyone's afraid to fight me, this, and that, I'm like, nah, man, I ain't afraid to fight nobody. I'll go up and wait to fight you. It's all a fucking show for him. He ain't about getting down at any time, at any moment.
For the second time in round one.
I was cruising with my girl and he was cruising with his girl. We saw him, we were walking by, and he didn't have the same energy then. He came out to me, shook my hand, he says, we'll get this fight. I'm like, all right, cool, we'll see. But his energy wasn't the same. If the cameras aren't out, someone doesn't have their fucking phone out and recording, we could have got down right there with no fucking cameras. I don't give a shit. That's how I'm built.
You have a message for the champion out there who we know is watching very closely.
I'm already the fucking champ, man. I don't even got nothing to say to this dude, man. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass, dude. You already know it. Take that fake ass gold off. I can see the green on your skin right here. Take that fake ass gold off.
Blah, bro. I don't know why you took this fight. I don't know why they sanctioned this fight. This is a terrible,
because they don't think you're shit. That's why.
And I just wanted everybody to see what Mike Richman is up against. We are two different. Totally different people.
Take that fucking chain out.
Two different men, two different weight classes, two different monsters. He should have stayed. You can't be that stupid. You can't be that stupid. You're stupid and
I think that Mike Richman thought that I would vacate the title. I ain't giving you boys nothing.
You're fucking delusional, man. This is the title. You're coming down to fight me for my title. Don't forget that.
Interim title? What's that? When I touch him, he will see that I'm the champ for a reason. I am bigger, better, stronger, faster, more intelligent, more creative.
That's the punch he was looking for the entire time. As soon as he hit that, you knew that was going on.
I'm gonna press him and I'm gonna put him on his heels. I'm not gonna let him fight his fight. I'm gonna touch him. I'm gonna touch a chin, or I'm gonna touch that liver or that body. I promise you that. I'm gonna slow you down.
How's it feel right now to be the king of two divisions?
This is only the beginning. I will continue to exert my dominance over the BKFC. He's entering this fight with a false hope that I'll be weak at 185.
And you walk around with your fucking 3 belts on. One of those belts ain't even a real belt, dude. You don't fucking make weight for that belt.
created this campaign based on the fact that he thought I wouldn't make weight. I've never missed weight. I've never, ever missed weight. He'll either fold up and quit in front of everybody like Quentin did, or he'll let his bravery keep him standing so I can punish him worse than I've punished anybody.
Take it all away from you. It's fucking gonna be mine now. And after the fight's over, I'm the motherfucking Juggernaut.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but the people I beat never return. This is your retirement fight, buddy. You're about to be sacrificed.
My prediction for this fight is I'm gonna finish him in the 3rd or 4th round. That's it. Night, night.
Friday night, February 17th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents the biggest bare knuckle spectacle ever. It's KnuckleMania 3. Witness the main event over a year in the making as champ Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt puts his light heavyweight title up against Mike the Marine Richman. Plus, combat sports vets Diego Sanchez and Austin No Doubt Trout collide. Also, Jared Grant attempts to get back on the winning track against John Dotson. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for $7.99 a month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
It's an event that only comes around once a year. This time, the baddest athletes on the planet are taking over the 505, Albuquerque, New Mexico. So settle in, don't you dare blink, because Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents KnuckleMania 3. Even the biggest show of the year starts with the preview. 3 fights featuring some of the area's top prospects and one half of the Fighting Dodson brothers, Thuggy Bear, Eric Dodson, looking for his second straight win. Then we jump right into the main card with a fight that just might steal the show. Fan favorite Chevy Bridges takes on Kevin Crash Kroom, looking for his second straight win. In our feature bouts, we have a true blockbuster talent on display. Former Pro Bowl NFL standout Greg Hardy debuts against 2-fight veteran Josh Watson. Then in his first time out, the Magician made his debut opponent disappear in 40 seconds. Can John Dodson do it again? This time to former interim champ Jared Grant. Well, they say styles make fights, and if that's the case, then this fight is the best on the card. A battle for New Mexico as 2-time boxing world champ Austin Trout meets MMA icon in Albuquerque's Diego, the Nightmare Sanchez. And the most intense matchup in BKFC history comes to a head in our championship main event. Light heavyweight champion and bare knuckle juggernaut Lorenzo Hunt meets the interim champ Mike the Marine Richman in a battle of all battles to unify the titles. And the capacity crowd starting to file in to the Tingley Coliseum here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are indeed in the Duke City for KnuckleMania 3. When we were here last August, they made such an impression on us, the Albuquerque fans, the New Mexico faithful, that we had to bring the biggest spectacular in bare knuckle fighting right here to Albuquerque. So here we are, folks. What a night. It is going to be a jam-packed card. That being said, folks, you are in the free view. And once that preview is over, you gotta get to the BKFC app. For $7.99, not only will you get the complete KnuckleMania 3 card, you're also going to get it next week in New Orleans, our heavyweight championship main event on that one. You'll get a full feast of videos, including all of our past events, exclusive videos like our Deep Cut series, and our official BKFC podcast. Heck, you can buy some BKFC gear there. You can buy tickets there. It's all on the BKFC app. Now, before the fighters walk here, let's send it down to our commentary team. The legendary Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle. Gentlemen, I am so jazzed up for this. I'm going to go to you first, Chris. This main event, about 6 months in the making. These two fighters have been spitting venom like no other two fighters I've ever seen. It's been pretty impressive.
Very impressive. These two guys really genuinely don't like each other. A lot of people are making a big deal of the weight discrepancy, thinking one guy was fighting at 205, one guy's fought down at 135, meeting right here in the middle. Totally different right there. This is bare knuckle. It doesn't matter. It's who hits the hardest, who's cleaner, more accurate, and lands that good shot first. So I think throw that out the window. Whoever is on their game plan is going to win this fight.
Now, Sean, last August, the Dodson brothers, I think, did something that we've never seen before. Both guys lodging a knockout in their debut with the company. Incredible stuff. Do you think they can do it again tonight? They're both on the card.
Cyrus, the Albuquerque crowd is certainly behind them. This city, of course, is home to a multitude of high-level fighters, and two of the most popular are the Dodson brothers. Younger brother Eric made his pro combat sports debut BKFC 28, as you mentioned, here in New Mexico this past August, Cyrus. A first-round knockout win versus Nick Villar for Eric Dodson, coming in 23 seconds. Older brother John Dodson told Chris Lytle and me the night was extremely meaningful to both himself, his brother Eric, the entire Dodson family, and marked the first time the two brothers had fought on the same card. We move then forward to the evening's co-main event. John Dodson, who came to BKFC following a great run in the UFC, twice fought Demetrius Johnson for the flyweight title, faced fellow UFC veteran Ryan Benoit as his younger brother before him in the evening. A first-round finish for John Dodson, 40 seconds to record the TKO. Again, that was the first time the Dodson brothers had fought on the same card. They repeat that again tonight here at BKFC KnuckleMania 3, downtown Albuquerque, New Mexico. A full house in attendance, and again, there will be massive support, Cyrus, for the Dachshund brothers.
All right, Chris Laddle, right back to you. Now is your time to shine because the odds are out, and if somebody wants to lay a little bit of cheddar on the fights here for KnuckleMania 3, what's really sticking out to you?
A lot of good fights right here, so many good fights to bet on. Hard to pick this one, but right now I'm thinking Tonga, Gaston right there, minus 400. So much experience going against a newer fighter, and you gotta like that fight.
Well, if you do want to make things interesting, then DraftKings Sportsbook definitely has your hook up tonight. I'm going to hit you with it right now. You can earn a $50 bonus bet on tonight's card with your first deposit of $5 or more on DraftKings Sportsbook. Scan the QR code, enter the code BKFCMania to play now. Now, before the fighters walk, let's take a look at the official rules for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. All fights scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. The fights are scored by 3 judges on the 10-point must system. Hand wraps must be at least 1 inch below the bare knuckles. Punching in the clinch is allowed. No 3 knockdown rule. No being saved by the bell in any round. No kicks, knees, elbows, takedowns, or submissions. And with that being said, it's knuckle up time. Let's get to our first Crescent Tools Tale of the Tape.
We open in the bantamweight division. Anthony Sanchez versus Derek Perez.
And you can see here Sean Perez has a 4-inch height advantage, a 2-inch reach advantage. Sometimes I think that height advantage is not an advantage. Hard to duck under those punches, but that 2-inch reach advantage, he's going to want to make Anthony Sanchez pay every time he tries to step close.
This is the BKFC debut for Derek Perez. He's had 1 bare knuckle bout, 1 bare knuckle MMA bout, 13 in pro MMA, 26 in pro boxing. One of those 13 pro mixed martial arts bouts coming against his opponent in this fight, Anthony Sanchez. In pro MMA, they fought April of last year. Derek Perez defeating Anthony Sanchez by 2nd round TKO. Perez said, as Sanchez did when we fought in MMA last April, I'm expecting a fast start from Sanchez. I think he's going to swing big. I have to be ready. I have to stay behind my jab.
Well, Sean, Perez feels like this is a sport for him. Talked about that jab. Wants to utilize a lot of in and out motion right there. This is interesting. These fighters really dislike each other. You talked about that fight in the past. A lot of bad blood since that fight.
Perez said of Sanchez, he's really just a brawler. He will break mentally and he will break physically once I hit him hard.
Says he wants to stay on clinch when he has to. Says when he's in the clinch, wants to use that uppercut to the body, throw to the head. This is going to be a great one because, Sean, we like adversity, and we like people who have anger towards each other. This is definitely that fight.
This is the BKFC debut for Anthony Sanchez. He's 1-0 overall in this sport of bare knuckle. He's had 2 pro boxing bouts, 2 in pro MMA, including the aforementioned loss versus Derek Perez April of last year. Of that loss, Sanchez said, I was getting the better of Perez with my hands. He caught me with a head kick. He finished me on the ground with ground and pound. This is a different sport. This will be a different result. Bare knuckle favors my skill set. I'm aggressive. I don't move backwards. I'm going to take this fight to the pocket, and once in the pocket, I will remain in the pocket.
Said he understands how he has to get in, use that in and out motion to get in there, utilize feints, what you talked about, get into that pocket, land, throw clinch, uppercut to the body, and then exit.
Anthony Sanchez said after the victory, Derek Perez was extremely disrespectful. He yelled at my family. This is redemption for me, not just on the loss, but because I don't like Derek Perez, I'm going to make a statement with a win in BKFC. To get get KnuckleMania 3 started. We send it into the ring with the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to the Tingley Coliseum here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the biggest bare knuckle extravaganza of all time. Welcome to KnuckleMania 3. KnuckleMania for review begins with 5 2-minute rounds in the bantamweight division, presented to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and silver. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, his official weight 135.4 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 41 fights and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Belen, New Mexico, here is Derek Rage Perez. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears red and black trimmed in silver. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 135.2 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle fighting record at 1-0 and makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Midland, Texas, here is Anthony Leonidas Sanchez. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
As the Dotson brothers are fighting on this card, so too are the Perez brothers. In bout number 3, you will see Derek's older brother, Gene Perez, versus Eric Dotson. That in the featherweight division. This in the bantamweight division. Both fighters up to scratch, 3 feet apart. Round number 1. Huge right hand up to scratch, like rapid fire start from Anthony Sanchez.
Sanchez with a huge right hand right off the bat right there, landed flush. I'm surprised Perez didn't go down from that.
Looking to turn off the ropes, taking another right hand is Derek Perez. He's in the black and silver trunks. Phenomenal start from Anthony Sanchez. Big left hand and a right hand. Closing the distance in the pocket, exactly where Sanchez told us he wants to be.
And Perez is eating so many of these shots. He needs a clinch right now. He's going to get hurt if he doesn't.
Stepping forward off the ropes, Derek Perez. Now the turn. Sanchez with his back against the ropes. Counter on the right hand. Right hand right back from Derek Perez. Phenomenal start to our opening bout of KnuckleMania 3. Big right hand trying to turn the tide of this fight. Derek Perez back to the center circle. Overhand right. Long straight punches from Derek Perez. Sanchez bounces against the ring ropes. Left hand, right hand from Perez.
And these guys have thrown nothing but punches for the first minute. They got to be careful they don't wear themselves out, Sean.
Sanchez was playing all offense, now playing a lot of defense, trying to go back to offense.
And Sean, you have to think that it might be that animosity that's making these guys fight like this, because these guys are going all at it right now.
45 seconds remaining in a ferocious round number 1. On the overhand right. That overhand right, Chris, is there for Anthony Sanchez thus far in this fight.
He's definitely found a home for it. That's why I talked about that taller person. Sometimes it's not an advantage, it's a disadvantage.
Perez trying to stay on the outside. Step in with the naked right hand from Sanchez. That was not there. It's high and tight now for Perez. Trying to slow down this tempo.
And you'd like to see Perez throwing that jab out there, making his opponent pay every time he steps forward. He's got the reach. He's got to utilize it, Sean.
Right to the body. Counter right hook. Right back from Perez. Into the clinch. Short right hand from Anthony Sanchez on the left hand. Sanchez landing to the head. Halftime plum initiated by Derek Perez. There's the bell. That's the end of a phenomenal round number 1.
And Sean, you can see that Perez got hit again. He keeps that chin a little bit too high. He's got to tuck that in. He's getting hit every time with that.
Fuck yeah, baby. He's getting tired and he's breaking already. What I want you to do is I want you to stay on it.
And here's the first part of that first round. Those guys just went at it.
Kane, stool. Kick those feet up. Hey, you got this, okay?
Look at both guys landing big punches in that round, Sean.
You look good in there. He's just as tired, if not more tired, okay? We're going to keep pushing. This is your shit. This is where we want to be, okay? I want you to just do more movement. Keep stepping to the right, shooting with the left. Okay, remember, 2-minute rounds. Just breathe and control the pace.
Seconds out.
Just heard the seconds out whistle. Referee Andrew Glenn calling both fighters up to scratch to start round number 2. Anthony Sanchez versus Derek Perez, both fighters making their BKFC debut. And thus far doing so with authority, round number 2.
And this is where you see this fight really start, Sean. They're going to settle in. They can't go at that pace, so they're going to have to really be more technical from here on out.
Stepping with the right hand and the left hand. That was a clever 2-1. Deep from Sanchez now resetting. Coming in with the right hook, left hook. Perez standing tall, lands the short left and the right hand from Derek Perez. Forward pressure now from Perez. Jab from Sanchez not there. Swelling under the left eye of Derek Perez as he takes that left hand to the chin from Anthony Sanchez.
And look at that, 120 punches thrown for Perez right there. Phenomenal pace and percentage for both guys right now. Unbelievable first round.
Sanchez continuing to throw that right hand, entering with the right hand and the left hook. A 2-3 combination. Minute remaining round number 2. Counter with the right hand and the left hand from Derek Perez. Perez with the left hand. Another left hand, long straight punches from Derek Perez on the turn from Sanchez.
Good job by Sanchez by turning his opponent around right there. He was in some trouble.
Right hand, left hand again. Phenomenal fight. Time called by referee Andrew Glenn. Mouthpiece out. Mouthpiece right back in.
That's the second time we've seen Perez get his mouthpiece knocked out. He needs to close that jaw tight, bite down on that mouthpiece. If he has that knocked out, he could get his jaw broken, Sean.
Slight swelling under the right eye of Anthony Sanchez. Perez from the southpaw stance, trying to stay long, off the jab.
So you can really see whoever steps outside that lead foot is usually the one landing that punch. If it's Sanchez, it's that overhand right. If it's Perez, it's that straight jab.
Stepping with the naked right hand on the counter, and that's the first knockdown of this fight. Sanchez took himself off balance with the naked right hand and got caught in the turn with the left.
Hey, you good?
Sean, that wasn't the cleanest punch right there. It didn't do the most damage, as I say, but it caught him at the right time and knocked him off balance. Clean knockdown.
Final seconds, round number 2. Looking for a second knockdown in this round is Derek Perez. He won't find it. We move to round 3.
Take another look at this knockdown. Watch how Sanchez steps forward. Just got caught off balance. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the most devastating punch that he's landed this round or in the fight, but he just caught him in the wrong position. Footwork is everything. If your feet aren't underneath you, you get hit, you're probably going to go down, Sean.
It was an incredibly short left hand, and as you and I know, Chris, short punches very often are effective punches in bare knuckle.
Because they're not seen. When you see a fight, or when you see a punch coming, it's easier to react to. If not, those are the ones that hurt. I mean, Sean, we knew KnuckleMania 3 was going to be great, but starting off the first fight like this, you got to like it.
Toe the line, gentlemen, toe the line. Let's go, seconds out.
Phenomenal start to KnuckleMania 3. Phenomenal first 2 rounds. Presumably at 10-8 for Derek Perez. The 3 judges scoring ringside, signed by the outstanding New Mexico Athletic Commission.
Now, Sanchez was able to find a home for that overhand right early. I think he needs to try and get back that. Step outside that lead foot, come in with that overhand right, follow up with a hook.
Perez staying on the outside, and our fighter meeting Sanchez said, that is not what I can allow Derek Perez to do. Stay long. I have to fight in the pocket.
Sanchez just did a good job of doing just what I said, came back with that overhand right a couple times.
30 seconds gone, round number 3. Staying long is Perez. The southpaw stands off of that long jab. Good stepping, there's the left hand. It's that 2-1, and it's landing and working from Sanchez.
He tries to throw that overhand. If he's too short, come back with the left hand, and then he's even followed up with another 2. Overhand right, whatever he can.
See 2 1s and 2 3s. They're landing, there's a good left hand and a counter right hand right back from Anthony Sanchez. Walk forward pressure now from Perez. Perez with the left hand. Big left hand again, another left hand. Right hand, stepping right hand right back from Sanchez. This is phenomenal. 50 seconds remaining, round 3 of this bantamweight fight.
So I'm really impressed with both these guys, Chin. They're taking massive shots.
Slow forward pressure. Perez cutting the angle. Left uppercut nearly lands. Sanchez resetting.
A lot of times Sanchez's overhand right is just a few inches short. He's got to step in a little bit more with that.
Jab again from Perez. 5'10" to Sanchez's 5'6". He's 4 inches taller and he has a very tall stance additionally.
Sanchez is doing a great job right now, but I'd like to say, what if him to step outside that foot but what creates a better angle? He can't get clear.
Sanchez trying to time the entry, counter right hand, good right hand, and a step forward for Perez. Here's left hand, another left hand, big left hand, he gets the right hand just before the bell. That ends round number 3.
And so it just seems like at the end of that round, it's Perez that just has a little bit more juice, a little bit more cardio. He seems like he's in a great position there.
Don't sit there. You got to get yourself out the corner. Pivot out the corner, wait. Pivot. Throw that right. All right? Pivot. You need to pivot, bro. Pivot. You got to push like it.
And here's that good overhand by Perez, or Sanchez, and follows up with 2-3 punches. If that overhand doesn't land, he keeps coming forward. Exactly what he needs to do. And here's one of those fantastic exchanges where both guys throwing and landing. It's like mainly Perez on this exchange right here.
Seconds out. Seconds out. Here we go.
Round number 4.
All right, gentlemen, round 4. Let's toe the line.
Swelling above Anthony Sanchez's left brow. Sanchez takes the slide step backwards off the scratch line to start the 4th round. Beating forward pressure from Derek Perez.
So I think Sanchez right now is definitely staying in the range of Perez. He needs to get inside a little bit more, step as he throws those punches and stay close to where he can land his hard shots. He's ended up just an inch or 2 short each time.
So just the long straight punches, trying to keep Perez on the outside. Perez staying on the outside to the body. That was slick. Now the uppercut. Straight shots of Sanchez's back against the rope. Sanchez trying to fire back with the right hand.
I mean,
big shots on the inside. The left hand getting through from Anthony Sanchez.
Perez's chin is wide up in the air, just wide open sometimes. He's got to tuck that in.
Perez walking through with those shots. Right hand, face wash, and that draws the break from Andrew Glenn.
I mean, Perez is just showing some phenomenal cardio and conditioning right there. Look at all these shots from Perez. 222 thrown. Both guys landing at a very high rate right now.
Mouthpiece out, right back in the mouth of Derek Perez. Resetting from range. There's the long jab again from southpaw stance. 50 seconds remaining, round 4. Stepping with the left hand, right hook misses. Straight punches again. Now in the pocket comes Derek Perez from the half tie palm. Left uppercuts from Perez. Sanchez has slowed down visibly here in round number 4.
It was a great job by Perez. He landed because he stepped on the outside, got with that punch.
Sanchez throwing the right cross, but then the flurry right back from Perez after Sanchez landed his most significant punch of this 4th round. Closing seconds now of round number 4. This continues to be outstanding. Anthony Sanchez, Derek Perez. Into the clinch, half tie plunge snatched again by Perez. Right hand counter right hand from Sanchez with his back against the ropes. To the body with the left hand. Perez with the uppercut, right hook. We move to the 5th and final round.
And Sean, I think that's the 4th time we've seen the mouthpiece of Perez come out. I don't know if they're going to call like a penalty to that eventually, but jeez, look at those shots being landed by Perez. Sanchez coming back with a little flurry at the end. That one was all
a moment.
Perez right there. Oh, never mind. I take it back. Look at that hard right hand landed by Sanchez. I think that was the one that knocked the mouthpiece out of Perez. But I think that's the 4th time that's happened, Joe.
So you're thinking about the 3 New Mexico judges' scorecards heading into the 5th and final round. Think back to round number 2. Perez with that very short, sharp left hand, dropping Anthony Sanchez, presumably a 10-8 round, Chris.
Well, not only that, but it seems like at most of these exchanges, it's in and up with Sanchez's back against the ropes and Perez throwing punches. They're both throwing punches, they're both landing, but a lot of times, if you're pushing the guy backwards, you're winning the fight.
Keep it in.
Left hand knocked down. Perez of Sanchez, the only knockdown thus far in this fight.
Last round, gentlemen.
We're now in the 5th and final round. Backward steps off the scratch line from Anthony Sanchez, who had an absolutely brilliant start to this fight. Credit to Derek Perez recovering that onslaught in the opening 20 seconds, settling in, getting the knockdown around number 2. Forward pressure around number 5, but absolutely nothing decided yet between these two fighters. Long jab again, Derek Perez.
Sanchez really got to push off that back foot and get inside or come with some head movement, duck underneath that jab and do something to land that big right hand. He's got to do something meaningful in this round, Sean.
Straight jab, rangefinder jab now from Derek Perez from the outside. The right hand getting through the left hand. Good duck under on the right hook from Sanchez. Tie plum again, snatched by Derek Perez, bending the left hand.
Perez is doing a great job of just staying right in Sanchez's face, not giving him the time to break and catch his wind. He just stays right in his face the entire time, walks him down, stalks him.
An active clinch. Good break from referee Andrew Glenn, keeping this fight flowing. 50 seconds remaining, 5th and final round. It's the jab again. See that rangefinder jab. Perez just trying to keep Sanchez on the outside. In this fight, as he told us he would, Sanchez has done his best work in the pocket. But in round 4, again here in round number 5, Chris, Sanchez has largely been stuck on the outside. When it's been on the inside, Perez has largely been snatching that half-tie plum and throwing uppercuts.
Just the more active fighter right now. You can see from the numbers, landing a lot more, throwing more.
There's the right hand on the entry from Sanchez, then the backward step. Single-mindedly coming forward as Perez walking through that left hand, right hand. Good counter right hand from Anthony Sanchez off the ropes. Left uppercut, another left uppercut from Derek Perez. The bell, that is the end of a phenomenal fight. Full credit to Anthony Sanchez and Derek Perez, both in this, their BKFC debut.
And Sean, those two guys went at it. You don't see too many fights start off like that and just keep going the entire time.
Chris, as we talked about before the start of the fight, these two faced each other at Pro MMA April of last year. Perez defeating Sanchez by 2nd round TKO. This a phenomenal full 5 rounds. I'd like to see these two at everything. Letway, head jack salat, submission grappling. Let's keep it coming.
And here's the final numbers. You can see, look at that, 345, 69% landing rate. And that being said, Sanchez, you know, threw a lot of punches as well, 226. I mean, unbelievable numbers for these guys. These guys were very active. What a fight. And Sean, I would like to see that head kick that put Sanchez down, because he ate a lot of punches right there and just kept going. So that had to be one great head kick.
Again, the 3 New Mexico judges are having their scorecards tallied now at the New Mexico Athletic Commission table. Think back to round number 2, the lone knockdown of this fight. Sanchez stepping in with the naked right hand, taking himself off balance. The right hand of Perez, then that short, almost stubbing left hand, dropping Anthony Sanchez. Again, we say presumably a 10-8, not guaranteed.
But to be honest with you, look at the face right there of Sanchez. I mean, he ate a lot of punches, but he's not cut open bad. He looks pretty good for all things considered right there for what he just went through.
All right, guys, let's go.
To end all suspense, we send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the decision, let's have a round of applause for these two warriors for an amazing beginning to KnuckleMania 3. After completing the scheduled 5 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Mark Sanchez, 49-45. Judge Tellez, 49-45. And Judge Romero, 50-44. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Derek Rage Perez.
Sean, very impressed with Derek Perez's performance, not only with his endurance, his cardio, but just his ability to take a punch. Looked phenomenal in all aspects.
Anthony Sanchez certainly had his moments offensively. A phenomenal start to this fight with the right hand and a ferocious opening 20 seconds. But the three judges have it 4-1, 4-1, 5-0, and the 1 point at 10-8 in favor of Perez for the knockdown in round number 2 with that short left hand. A phenomenal start to KnuckleMania 3. The winner by way of unanimous decision, Derek Perez defeats Anthony Sanchez.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for $7.99 a month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive a free gift with any purchase of $25 or more at BareKnuckleShop.com. Check out the huge selection of merch to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. You can place your order now at BareKnuckleShop.com. And again, a reminder, if you spend $25 or more, you'll receive a free gift. So knuckle up at BareKnuckleShop.com.
Bare Knuckle Fighting's granddaddy of them all has taken over the great state of New Mexico, and the fans are already in a frenzy. KnuckleMania 3 is presented by Nerd Focus Energy Drink, OnlyFans, and Crescent Tools. And now let's go to your next Crescent Tools Tell the Tape.
In the featherweight division, Nick Gonzalez versus Cito Navarro.
You can see, Sean, a 4-inch height advantage for Navarro, a 3-inch reach advantage. Looked very comfortable in his first fight. He's going to utilize that range. He knows that Gonzalez wants to get inside and so hard punches, so it's up to Cito to make him pay each time he does.
Cito Navarro enters 1-0 in BKFC. That win came in his Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut March of last year. He defeated Anthony Prater by way of first-round TKO. Navarro has also had 12 amateur boxing bouts. In our fighter meeting, Cito Navarro told us he wants to continually fight on his toes. He said, I want to use angles, I want to use pivots, and constantly throw counters.
Really feels like he needs to stay at distance, counter, throw a lot of body shots, but he said a lot of very intelligent things in there, Sean. He wants to throw to the head, make his opponent cover, and then start working the body. Don't just come straight up the body. When he's covering up, it's very difficult to get countered, so he shows his maturing and his development in this sport.
Of Navarro's opponent, Nick Gonzalez, in this 145-pound bout, Cito Navarro said, I think Gonzalez is going to swing wildly for the knockout. I think he's going to jump in with his power punches. I cannot let him settle in and get comfortable in that rhythm of just winging knockout punches.
Well, to make that a long story short, he says he cannot brawl with this guy. Be more technical. He's a better boxer. He's a better fighter. He just cannot brawl with this opponent.
This is the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut for Nick Gonzalez. He's a veteran of 6 pro MMA bouts, including 1 in Bellator and 4 pro boxing bouts. Gonzalez told us he prides himself on being, his word, gritty and durable. Gonzalez also said, I absolutely do not want to go all 5 rounds. I will take risks to get the finish. He said, no risk, no reward.
And they love the fact that they're starting 3 feet away, so he said he might as well get a fast start. He's in the place where he needs to get, so he might as well jump right away. So you can expect him to come straight forward right away and throw hard punches.
Of Cito Navarro, Nick Gonzalez said, he's good moving forward, so I have to make him move backwards. I think Navarro's going to try to outbox me. I think he's going to try to stay long. I want to work in the mid-range, work in the pocket, quickly seize openings, make this a very rough and rugged fight. Don't let this just turn into a boxing bout without gloves.
Well, he wants to land a good punch quick. He said he doesn't feel like his opponent has ever been hit hard in the face with the bare knuckle, and he wants to see how he reacts when he does.
Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Fight fans of Albuquerque, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division, presented to you by Knockout Gummies. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, his official weight 142.8 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle fighting record at 1-0. Fighting out of Worcester, Massachusetts, by way of Carolina, Puerto Rico, here is Slick Cito Navarro. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 144.2 pounds. He holds an MMA record of 3 victories opposite 3 defeats, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, here is Saint Nick Gonzalez. And our referee in charge of the action, Dave Rios.
So often in fighter meetings, fighters say, I want to throw to my opponent's body to open up the head. Cito Navarro said, I want to throw to Nick Gonzalez's head to open up his body. Round number 1. Black trunks for Nick Gonzalez, and black trunks for Cito Navarro.
Gonzalez doing just what he said, coming out and throwing hard punches right away.
Short right hook to the body from Navarro, staying on the outside exactly where he wants to be. Gonzalez trying to close distance. Clear left hand, and that drops Cito Navarro.
Landed right on the button. Navarro is hurt. He's got to do a good job right now of covering up.
Navarro taking the mandatory 8 count from referee Dave Rios. Right back to it. Gonzalez wasting no time into the pocket. Knockdown number 2.
Navarro is badly hurt right now, Sean. Oh,
this fight is over, and a win with emphasis in his bare knuckle fighting championship debut for Nick Gonzalez.
And that was just the opening exchange right there. Gonzalez landed a hard left hand. That was all she wrote. That's all it takes in this sport. See from the replay right here, just a nice left hand. Oh, right on the button right there. It's all it takes. You can tell Navarro never really recovered from that first one. Couple straight, right down the middle, landed. That's all it takes.
Dr. Don Muzi is our Chief Medical Officer for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He is the immediate past president of the Association of Ringside Physicians. He is tending to Cito Navarro.
And you got to feel bad for Navarro. Had such a great debut. He's been waiting to come back for a long time. So excited to be here. All over very quickly, Sean. That's all it takes in this sport, though.
Chris, go back to our fighter meeting with Nick Gonzalez. He said very clear-eyed, this is his quote, no risk, no reward. He took some risks, and now all reward for Nick Gonzalez, solving the distance, walking through the punches of Cito Navarro, a very talented 21-year-old fighter, landing the left hand, getting the knockdown. Navarro, to his credit, back at 8, taking the count from Dave Rios. Gonzalez literally sprinting into the pocket and then getting the finish.
Well, you could tell Navarro was not on steady legs right there. That's why I said he need to grab his opponent, do something, get on his bike and run, but it's hard to do when your legs are underneath you. Your brain's saying do this. It's not happening. It's not working right for you. So that's what happened right there. You got to feel bad for him, but you got to be happy for Gonzalez. Look how happy Gonzalez is right now. Coming in, did what he said. He wanted to come out right away, throw hard punches, land a good shot. He didn't know how his opponent would react. He found out, Sean.
This is the home city of Nick Gonzalez, Albuquerque, New Mexico. And you heard the pop from this Albuquerque crowd.
And Sean, what a great crowd right here. They understand fighting. They support their fighters. They support their own. There's so many good fighters out of this area. And when they do great things, the crowd reacts, and you just heard it today.
You're with us live worldwide online for our BKFC KnuckleMania 3 preview. At the top of the hour, our main card begins. The way to watch is on the BKFC app. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Dave Rios, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 41 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Saint Nick Gonzalez.
Phenomenal debut for Gonzalez. Came out there, did what he wanted to, landed hard punches, got the KO quickly.
Nick Gonzalez had a strategy. He said, I'm going to step forward, take chances, throw to execute, make this, again, his words, a gritty and durable type fight and type performance. Check and check all the way around. 2 knockdowns to the finish for Nick Gonzalez. The winner by way of first round KO, Nick Gonzalez defeats Cito Navarro.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for $7.99 a month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive a free gift with any purchase of $25 or more at bareknuckleshop.com. Check out the huge selection of merch to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. You can place your order now at bareknuckleshop.com. And again, a reminder, if you spend $25 or more, you'll receive a free gift. So knuckle up at bareknuckleshop.com.
I'm the best bare knuckle fighter in the world. I know to prove it. Let's do it, bro. All right, we gonna set something up.
Wow, what a beginning to KnuckleMania 3, folks. I mean, could you predict what we got in that very first fight with Derek Perez? I mean, what an incredible matchup, and that is just how we got things started. A 5-round war to the distance. Nobody saw it coming, and we're gonna see his brother Gene Perez coming up next, taking on Dotson. And let's take a look right now, because Austin Trout just made his way in. It's our OnlyFans exclusive look as 2-time boxing world champion Austin Trout makes his way into the arena. He'll be taking on the living legend Diego Sanchez from right here in Albuquerque in a true Battle of New Mexico. Trout and Sanchez in our co-main event tonight. A lot of folks tuning in just for that. Now, we know both these guys have excelled in their respective sports leading up to their debut in bare knuckle, and that means a lot of incredible opponents throughout the years.
Cyrus, this is the 6th major organization boxing world champion to come to BKFC, Austin Trout. The previous 5, Chris, well, there have been mixed results. Austin Trout, though, said, I am different from the previous 5 in that I have really embraced this sport. He also said, I know what it's like to be on a big stage. You see the notable opponents, Chris. Overall, 10 major organization boxing world title fights in his career for Austin Trout.
I mean, Cotto, Alvarez, just unbelievable talent that this guy's fought. Nothing but great opponents out there, Sean.
100%. And of course, Diego Sanchez. I mean, what hasn't this guy done in MMA? You can't say world champion, but maybe an uncrowned champion at times, and probably the most heart of any fighter that we've ever seen step into an octagon, a cage, a ring, etc. When you look at Diego Sanchez, this guy, like I said, a living legend. People love to get behind this guy, especially here in Albuquerque, Sean.
His notable opponents, we're going to give you 8. I think we could have given you 28. Yeah. The names are phenomenal. Diego Sanchez, of course, coming to prominence, season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter. That was 2005. He was a prodigy, and he has emerged as a full MMA superstar. Chris, the BKFC debut tonight for Diego Sanchez.
Well, I know we talked about his heart earlier, but it's not just his heart. It's his drive. It's his determination. It's his grit. I mean, this guy is one of the dirtiest, grittiest guys out there, and I mean that as a complimentary way. He will get in there and do whatever it takes to win. He's a savage out there.
And then when you're talking about world champs that have made their way into BKFC, you know, Sean, we've talked about this before. They haven't fared very well, but like you said, it seems like Austin Trout really embracing this sport. This may be not be a one-off for him. He may be here a number of times. He really wants to make his home here at BKFC.
Well, when Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship launched, I really thought this would be the halfway line between MMA and boxing. It has not been that. I would say this has been about 95-5 in favor of MMA. Austin Trout said, I'm going to change that. Trout said, there are a lot of boxers on my level, current and former world champions, who are eyeing Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. They're waiting to see how I do. I asked Austin Trout in our fighter meeting, do you feel you're representing boxing? He said, absolutely. Trout, without naming names, said other high-level boxers have come in. They have thought that this sport was boxing without gloves. He said, I understand the name of this sport is bare knuckle fighting. There are elements of the clinch. There are elements of wrestling. There are elements of dirty boxing.
And that just shows his high level of understanding, high fight IQ. He's understanding how he has to change, how he has to adapt. And he said he's worked on the clinch, worked on all aspects of this. He is wanting to do this, and that's what you got to love. Some people are willing to go back. You're the champ of the world this time, and now you're willing to humble yourself and go back down and learn a new sport. That's what he's done.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. And, of course, folks, if you want to see that co-main event, you need to get on the BKFC app and get that for $7.99 right about now. With that being said, let's get our first Dodson brother inside of the squared circle with our next matchup and the Crescent Tools tail of the tape.
We stay at 145 pounds for Eric Dodson versus Gene Perez.
And Sean, the thing that jumps out the page at you right now is that 6-inch reach advantage for Eric Dodson. When he's going to want to utilize that, he's so fast, explosive, stay on the outside where he can land punches and Gene Perez cannot. We've already seen when Perez can take a punch. We're going to find out if Gene can as well.
This is the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut for Gene Perez. He's had one bout in the sport of bare knuckle, 24 in pro MMA, 21 in pro boxing. Perez said that my game is built around constant movement, constant head movement. He said, I've evolved over my career from being just a straight brawler to now what I consider to be a smart fighter. I'm going to throw a lot of counters off of all of that.
Like you said, Sean talked about being a smart fighter, countering, parrying punches, using head movement. That's the sign of an intelligent fighter. He's had so much experience, and that's what you gain when you have a lot of fights.
Gene Perez said of Eric Dodson, I know he's athletic and fast. I feel he lacks punching power. He said, I'm going to parry his punches. I'm going to meet his aggression with a higher level of aggression. I'm going to utilize his word, smooth boxing throughout this fight.
Wants to utilize that pressure, push the pace. He feels like he can outclass his opponent later on in the round, so make it go a little bit of distance. Use the punches to the body to open up the head.
Gene Perez, the second of the two Perez brothers on this card in bout number 1 here on our BKFC KnuckleMania 3 preview. You saw Gene's younger brother, Derek Perez, winning a unanimous decision versus Anthony Sanchez. And again, on our main card tonight, you will see Eric Dodson's older brother, John Dodson, at 125 pounds in our feature fight of the evening versus Jared Grant. you're with us right now, this is bout number 3, the final bout of our BKFC KnuckleMania 3 preview. And again, at the top of the hour, our main card begins. The way to watch it, we are live, sold out tonight here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, is on the BKFC app. One must always trim their nails before entering MMA or bare knuckle.
And that's just for the safety of the fighter. You will get a nail in the eye that could cause a lot of problems. Usually they do this before, but hey, like you said, free manicure, Sean, you know what I mean?
Our cut man and 1-0 in BKFC, Diego Perez, not just the cut man, doing a nice job of cutting the nails of Gene Perez. A big ovation for Albuquerque native Eric Dotson here in his home city. 1-0 in BKFC. As we showed you at the top of our preview, that bare knuckle fighting championship debut last August, he defeated Nick Villar by way of first-round knockout. Prior to that, his BKFC and Pro Combat Sports debut, Dotson had 7 MMA bouts. In our fighter meeting, Eric Dotson said, I want to utilize constant movement from the outside, keep changing tempo, keep changing rhythm.
Sean, one thing I like, I haven't seen this guy not smiling since I got here. Always has a smile on his face. He's loving this. What he wants to do here, keep his opponent at range. Just touch him. He doesn't care about making the KO happen. It's going to happen. He just has to touch his opponent as often as possible.
Once again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division, presented to you by Nerd Focus, the original Think Drink. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears blue and black. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, his official weight, 142.4 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 41 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut, fighting out of Belen, New Mexico. Here is Gene the Kid Perez. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black and yellow. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 144.4 pounds. His BKFC record stands undefeated at 1-0. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here is the undefeated Eric Thuggy Bear Dodson. And our referee in charge of the action, Kerry Hatley.
John Dodson in the corner of his younger brother, Eric Dodson. Eric Dodson said, I'm going to keep feinting. I'm going to keep setting traps.
All right, here we go. Ready? On the line, on the line. All right, here we go. Ready? Knuckle up.
Kerry Hatley placing Gene Perez correctly on the scratch line. Round number 1. Black trunks for Eric Dodson, blue trunks for Gene Perez.
Perez is coming straight forward there and punches in.
Good left hand, right hand. Counter right hand, and then sits down Gene Perez. Straight right hand from Eric Dodson.
And it's the way Perez is coming in, just throwing straight punches with his chin up. He's got to be careful doing that.
It's the mandatory 8 given to Perez from Kerry Hatley.
Right, here we go. Ready? Got it in. Knuckle up.
The center circle hands high and tight for Dodson. You see the movement on the feint overhand left. Big swings on the inside from Perez, then the straight right hand. Big right hand again from Eric Dodson. Another right hand knockdown number 2.
3. You good? 4.
Perez is just loading up with those punches, looking to land that 1 knockout punch. So it opens him up when he misses, or even when he just throws that punch, he's opened up for counters.
All right, take stuff, man. Here we go.
No
Ready?
3 knockdown rule in this BKFC rule set. Kerry Hatley taking an even closer look now. Phenomenal start from Eric Dodson in round number 1. 55 seconds remaining in this opening round on the uppercut, and that is knockdown number 3. Ruled a slip from Kerry Hatley. Right back to it. Smear of blood under Perez's right eye. There's a big right hand, another right hand.
And there's just that countering right there. Perez threw a punch, missed. Countered right there by Dodson.
Audacious rear right bolo punch from Eric Dodson. Dotson shuffling his feet, coming forward. There's the feint right to the body, left hand. One-way traffic, and that clearly is knockdown number 3. And that is game, set, match, Eric Dotson.
Like you said, Sean, there's no 3 knockdown rule in effect right here, but referee's seen enough. This is a one-sided fight right there. He didn't see any way that was going to go different. He just saved Perez from, Perez is a prideful guy. Didn't want to quit like that, but that's what the referee's job is, to stop that fight in that situation.
Perez brothers now 1-1 on the evening. The Dotson brothers right now 1-0.
Download the BKFC App.
Outstanding from Eric Dotson.
And what really impressed me right there was Dotson's ability to counter. Every time Perez was throwing punches, he was throwing these wild shots just like that right there. But look, right with a good right hand comeback, that's what led to that knockdown. And that's a difficult thing to do, be able to counter effectively and land on the mark. That's exactly what Eric Dotson did the entire fight. And I love that body shot right there. That was a shot people don't realize. When you land in the body, it freezes you. You can't move after that, and then the other shots come. Great combination right there, just hitting whatever the opponent is taking. Great job.
Gene Perez was very game, very experienced. This was his 51st Pro Combat Sports bout. He simply had no answers for the volume, the precision, and the hand speed of Eric Dotson. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Kerry Hatley, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 32 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Eric Thuggy Bear Dotson.
And Eric Dotson just keeps looking more and more impressive with that hand speed, accuracy. I can't wait to see this guy fight again, Sean. He looks like he has it all.
Eric Dotson said, I want to pump my jab to control the distance. He pumped his jab, exploded to the inside, and a flurry of punches. 3 knockdowns to the finish line for Eric Dotson. The winner by way of first round KO, Eric Dotson defeats Gene Perez.
I'm the best bare knuckle fighter in the world. I know how to prove it. Let's do it, bro. All
right, we gonna set something up.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Watch every live bare knuckle fighting championship pay-per-view event for $7.99 a month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.